I've got a brand new tool that will hopefully help to keep my Lego clean. And like you, I've seen a lot of people use ultrasonic waves in these tiny little machines to clean things like jewelry, like glasses. And I wondered how effective it would be to clean Lego bricks. Usually to clean bricks, all I do is get like an old Celebrations or like a big Christmas chocolate tub, fill it with warm soapy water and dunk bricks in. I remember seeing something about not using boiling water, so it tends to be as hot as the tap runs rather than turning on the kettle. Until I started seeing these flood my shorts page. You know how it goes. You see one video of this, you hit like, suddenly every other video is related to these ultrasonic cleaners. And I found this one, which was pretty affordable, not industrial grade, so we won't be fitting entire Lego sets in there. But I wanted to test it out today, see how efficiently it cleans Lego, whether it will remove stickers. That's very important for buying secondhand sets, and also what it will do to the actual prints on the bricks, because what this does is vibrates the water that you fill it with. You can still use the regular soap that you'd be doing, but for today's video, we're just going to be testing plain old water, and if that doesn't work, I'll be adding soap in the future. In theory, this is the exact same as grabbing an old toothbrush and giving them a good scrub, but without doing any of the work. And whilst we wait, it's time to play some Fortnite. Just maybe we can win on two fronts. I genuinely wasn't joking about playing a game of this. Each game of this is about half an hour, which is how long they say you should keep it in the ultrasonic cleaner. And it also means every couple of seconds, whilst I'm not being swarmed, I can just look down and make sure the Lego isn't about to explode. Does this mean I can support my favorite content creator by using code Mouldie in the item shop and buy these really cool skins as a tax write-off? I got the UCS Slave one. I have no money for V-Bucks. So here we have that magic machine filled with just water for the sake of today's video. And I have some Lego bricks that I do want to clean. They have already been cleaned. I'm going to take some of my Lego that hasn't been cleaned and see if that does anything, if any of these don't. But there's plenty more from where that come from. And by dropping these in the water, we kind of have our first issue. These Lego bricks are all floating. I feel like I should have been aware of this from the fact that Lego have boat molds that do float on the water, so it does make a lot of sense. But at least we get a control side out of the water, and that also means if you do want to clean your Lego bricks, either get something to weight them down, fill it up all the way, because it does come with a lid that actually sticks out, so that wouldn't work either. Maybe I can 3D print something to weigh them down on the inside and hopefully not disturb too much of the sonic activity, and I'm definitely using it as a control for today's video. To turn it on, there is a button, actually a switch round the back, really easy, and there's a little vibration. You can see in the waves of the water, something's beginning to happen. Between this vibrating, which is very quiet, I think it said something like 15 decibels or something on the original page, and the 3D printer in the background, which is just a little bit noisier. Hopefully the mic can still pick up my voice, but I'm going to hop into a game and see how much I can level up, hopefully not die instantly, and then we'll come back to see how the bricks are doing. And also, because it just feels odd, I kind of want to put the lid back on. But for the first one, we're going to leave the lid off and see how it goes. It's running away, look at it. That's why it's got the feet. So there are a few suction feet. They don't properly suction, but because I don't want this to fall down the back and soak my computer in dirty Lego water, I am going to take it off my mat and put it on the side. I guess the feet aren't really suctions, they're just dampeners that stop it moving. There we go, it's not running away anymore. It doesn't matter where I placed, what matters is I was 7 out of 8 bugs for this quest. and I had to choose between being gunned down by not this skin, the person before it, and getting that 8th bug. And you know, I got that 8th bug. But I think that 750 XP gives you an idea. Anyway, it's been about half an hour, just under half an hour actually for the first game. It took a while to load into that one. So let's shut this off. The water's not looking too bad. It is definitely dirtier than it was at the start. And I think I'm gonna go for this brick here. The top was out of the water. So you can see there are a few bite marks, and these have been cleaned. These have been cleaned when I got them, but they're still not, you know, the bite marks are definitely holding some mysterious stains. And well, the bricks look clean. They don't look dirty. I was interested to see if there'd be like misshapen in any way, especially these with the extra holes, if it'd be worn down any more. Oh, let's get a close up on that Lego logo. Okay, there's some sort, I think that's just a mold mark, but they actually seem really, really clean. One thing that wasn't clean on these, let's get some of the other ones. You can see around the studs, there's definitely some grime, and I think just from being stored, there's probably some dust collecting. So with that brick, whichever one it was, that brick was a clean one. Let's go with another one though. That might just be a fluke. All right, there we go. Here's one that's still a bit grubby. So it doesn't get rid of any harsh stains, but they say on the box to add a deterrent, you know, as you would with any sort of wash. Water's not going to do the trick. So maybe that's what we're going to have to try it next time. Anyway, let's get these out and dried up and move on to our second test. Now that they're all out and standing, studs up so that the water drains out of the inner tubes and the anti-studs underneath, they're definitely looking a bit cleaner than before. Compared to the other bricks, most of these have got no bits of dust and debris around the top of the studs, which you can see is actually still floating in that water. This is where you change out the water so that it's clean for the next run. But I actually am interested to see how dirty it will get across this entire video. So for the sake of content, we're going to be keeping the same water, and there's a few different stains and maybe a few, I don't think anything has been hidden around in bite marks. That's a stain right there. So it's actually done a pretty good job. Moving on from regular Lego bricks, the next element we'll be testing is the back cockpit of the Arc 170. By now, you've probably all seen somewhere on the internet that the Arc 170 is no longer being sold with these trans black cockpits and has been changed over to clear. You can get these through the replacement brick from Lego.com's website if you did order it with a trans black cockpits, and I did just that, getting 3 clear cockpits and a brand new sticker sheet. So if this sticker gets ruined, then it's not really a big deal. So once again, we're putting our Lego bricks inside the tub, turning it on and leaving it for about another 30 minutes. There it goes. Hopefully the sticker will survive. Actually, I'm going to flip this upside down so we can stick most of the sticker under the water and see just how it's going to react. I just want to say a 2008 paper sticker would instantly dissolve, even in just plain water. It's about time that game finished. I have been hunting that guy down for what feels like the last hour, and now we can take a look at how the stickers fared. So turning it off, like I said, it's been about an hour in the making with that game, and I barely got any XP compared to the last one. Almost 3 times the length. Let's take this out and see if the sticker... I'm wondering if even I have faked this video. Not even a corner up. Look at that. The sticker's still perfect. I'm trying to find out how long I was playing that game. Just to put it into perspective, right? The season's just started. Last game I did maybe 2 quests. I have 2 quests left to do this week of the season. We get quests every single week, but 2 quests left out of all of them. And I'm progressing quite quickly through the battle pass. I am so surprised that I did expect that this sticker would go straight into my book, or worst case scenario, it actually ruined the adhesiveness of the sticker. But we could get Lego submarines that, oh, I still have paint on my thumb. We could get Lego submarines that can be submersed in actual water with stickers. They don't need to print them. That's how good the stickers are on Lego sets. Okay, I might undervalue them sometimes, But the fact, like, not a single bubble, no corners up, this thing is stuck down solid. I am really tempted to grab the new set of stickers, peel one off and just stick the sticker in there and see if it does stick. But I don't want to ruin it. In case I do want it for a future mock, that'll be a video for another day. I love my decaled minifigures way too much to be submerging them in water, so I've actually got some spare decals here that I'll be applying to a tile just like so, and waiting for it to dry. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. In hindsight, I should have done this earlier, or better yet, yesterday, so that they were ready to dunk in. And in the meantime, I have these printed Lego bricks, which, given the stickers didn't react, I don't think the prints will, but we have to test it for science. So let's dump in the entire bag of like 20 of these eyeballs. That's a bit creepy. Make sure most of them, these need to be separated, and most of them are eyes down. That was quite tough. Before turning it on, maybe the eyes up can be the control, and trying to get a crown victory. It's taken quite a few games to get here, but I did shuffle these around halfway through. So it's been over half an hour. Let's turn that off and see what the printing looks like. Yeah, I mean, Lego's quality, as we've seen with the stickers, top notch. Again, weren't really worried about the printing fairing off there. Is that a water droplet? Let's see if we can just dab these dry. No, there's definitely some sort of scratch. I think that's a scratch though. Let's get another one and see if it was the ultrasonic or if it was the printing in the first place. That one's got a pupil. Yeah, look, the printing is absolutely fine. Even better than some modern minifigures, dare I say, given the state of the Star Wars gift with purchases. I stood those up where the yellow bricks were earlier, and now it's time to pop in our decal. I think this is coming straight off. So I'm going to put it upside down, turn it on, try to ignore it for a few Fortnite games, and we'll see how it goes. If you have an ultrasonic cleaner at home or at work, because a load of companies use them, they're really, really good. And even with the 1x1s, I've been looking at them, and these are bricks that I hadn't cleaned yet. They were still in their bag. I think I poured them out over the desk on stream or something, but I hadn't taken another look at these since. And the bricks are spotless, which, given their scratched up nature on a few of them and how used some of these 1x1s are, I think it's actually cleaned it pretty well. Since that victory, these games have not been the same, but it's time to turn it off and take a look at the decal. First off, I would like to notice that the decal isn't actually off of the tile. So I'm going to use my tweezers here to try and lift it out as smoothly, or do we just want one pull? As I can. Oh, there we go. It's gone back in anyway. All right, let's grab this out. And the decal, oh, it's solid. Oh, it's really solid. This is not moving, like it's not creasing at the corner. A water slide decal's only like a do once and then they stick forever. I did not realize these could be submerged underwater as well. So that is awesome to know if I ever want to decal a Lego submarine, because there's not enough Lego stickers on it, and then submerge it in a large body of water. But look at the heads of the Chewbacca. You can check out the full video for the minifigure I made for Chewbacca. I think it is due an update, and I'm going to be fixing the heads in a future video. But wow, I'm surprised this has even worked. So we've done Lego bricks, we've done Lego bricks and stickers, Lego bricks and prints, Lego bricks and decals, and for the finale, I want to test out 3D printed bricks. Unlike any of the Lego bricks we've done so far, 3D printed bricks have layers, and whilst you can barely see them with this one, they are built layer by layer, and that means a lot more dirt and dust and little bits will get caught underneath it. So if this is fine going in and being cleaned, and I want to see how much actually comes off this brick, because this is pretty much fresh off the production line, then I guess it saves scrubbing it by hand. So we're going to put that straight in, start the engine, and see what it looks like in about half an hour. And that's time. So taking a look, let's stop this and taking a look at our 3D printed part. I'm just checking for any more deformities besides this corner that was from the original printer, and making sure the water really hasn't done much. Again, nothing added to the water. As this has been a huge success with all the bricks, I'm going to look for the best detergent I can get for this and see if that makes a difference. So that's taken a look at Lego bricks, the prints, the stickers, the decals, and 3D printed brick. If you would like to see me test this again with something besides just water, let me know in the comments what you'd like me to add, and also drop a like on this video. Thank you so much for making it to the end. May the bricks be with you always. Here's all the dirt that come off the Lego bricks at the end, and I'm happy it's in the water and not in the air.